What's good, fellas? Today I'm going to show you how to do the money spread. Perfect. But now for real, today we're going to break down a Pooh Shiesty type beat, like a Memphis 1017 kind of thing, Moneybagg, Duke Deuce, all these kind of guys, you feel me? So I'm going to just play a little bit, and then I'll break down step by step. Alright, so you kind of get it. Yeah, it's got that raw Memphis sound. As you can see here, 3 sounds pretty simple, so I'm going to do this step by step. So let me start with the sample. Alright, so getting straight into it, we got the piano first of all. Piano's from Keyscape. It's the grand piano, standard grand piano. It's one of my favorite presets. Super simple, but when you have simple beats, feels good. I feel like it has a good sort of bass to it. Like a lot of the other presets kind of have like the bass kind of cut off, you feel me? So it's pretty good. Yeah, getting into it, I mean, what you want to do for these kind of beats is create like a super simple arpeggiated pattern. As you can see here, I didn't even strum it. I didn't even randomize the notes. I just kept it as it is. I do that for a lot of the beats, but it just felt right just going on the beat. And that way it has a good sort of cohesion with the hats and stuff. So yeah, this is just what it sounds like right here. Just that, a little 2 extra notes on this back end, but pretty much it. Yeah, getting into the next sound, I gotta change hard drives. There we go. Alright, so I come in here. I used Strings of Winter for this. It's one of my favorites for the, the kind of tremolo kind of effect that it has. And I just played a single note, as you see here. Just kind of swells up like that. Kept everything the same kind of velocity, you feel me? But what I did do with that was, okay, first of all, I added delay. I like adding delay when there's a lot of gaps between the notes. This is a pretty simple melody, so just to fill some of the space in with the upper frequencies. Then to make it swell, since I didn't know how to do it through the plugin, what I did was I just have a shaper box on, and if you don't have shaper box, you tripping, bro. Get that, you feel me? It's fire. But yeah, for this, super simple, just had it rise from -6 to 0. Just quickly drop, comes back, -6 to 0, and that's how it swells up. So it's a pretty straightforward swell on that. And that's all I did for that. And for the piano, I guess I should say the effects too. Nothing. I mean, on all the melodies, pretty much I have an EQ on. For this, I left the EQ off, basically. I have an EQ which cuts out the lows, but I like the lows in this, so I kept them. Reverb, just standard default settings as well, 3D reverb. You already know. Same thing here, I have the thing on. It doesn't really matter because the strings occupy pretty high frequency, you feel me? So last thing I added was this marimba. I believe it's from Mallet Flux. Yes, it is. Marimba Mallet Flux, really good bang, check it out. They have a nice arpeggiated version too. This is the single version. So if you want to play single notes, use this. Come in here. It's just that. So basically, I'm using the top note here, and just playing a little pattern here. I keep the bass the same throughout this, and it just sounds like super simple. I'll show you. Extra note there. That's all. And I forgot to show you guys the swelling sound. So initially I had it playing at the at the start, right at the start, but it just kind of clashed with the main piano. I wanted it to be an emphasis when the piano hits, so I had it come in at a different time. So here's what the swell sounds like. Literally just that. So that's the loop. I mean, I spaced out only 3 sounds. You don't got to do too much. Yeah, just kept that real simple. Moving on, I'll show you the drums on the beat itself. To touch on the BPM, I feel like 130 to 150 is a pretty solid BPM. You could go to 160, to be honest. Anywhere between 130 to 160 is pretty good. 146, like right in the middle, that's just like that kind of generic trap BPM you have there. So what I did for the drums here, I had all these drums are from White Maya's holographic kit, so go ahead and check that out. It's a great kit. Yeah, anyway, I got the snare here. It's a chop snare, probably all know it. Just that. So you already know how that goes. This hat's super simple. These Memphis beats have pretty simple hats. A lot of the time they just use 2-step. I sauced it up just a little bit, added a few rolls in there. Little low notes there just to kind of transition it out. But effects, just the EQ. I use a preset that I think it's from the kit plug, if I'm not wrong. It just makes the hats loud. That's all it does, it just makes them loud. So it's a good one for these Memphis beats where the hats are just crazy loud and like they're hitting. They're simple but they hit, so that's pretty important. Crash, the 1 and the 5 there, you already know. Open hat, pretty much is. So yeah, it kind of goes well with the crash, I guess. It like kind of bounces off the crash. I'll play those two together. Yeah, pretty much just that, you feel me? 808s. So this is where it gets a bit interesting, because like you could use the spins, the Z, you feel me? Like that's pretty normal. A lot of these beats use that, but they also, a lot of the time they use like a sub, like a long sub just going across where the kick is punching through the sub. So I figured why not just try to do something different. I guess I always use the spins or Z, but here we have like a sub from the same kit, the White Maya kit. Loop points are turned on, so you know it's just gonna keep going. You feel me? It's just gonna keep going. So it sounds like this. Follows the bass notes. Just copy and paste that. It's real simple. Then the kick. So you can get kind of busy with the kicks in these beats, because since like the 808 is kind of simple, and you have a very simple bounce on the hi-hats, just you can put a little more kicks in, you feel me? So, and yeah, just the rack kick. So one extra note there, then one extra note there, just a little variation. It doesn't change too much. Next up, snare. So the snare, so at this point, just the normal snare, you feel me, right here. Hits there, so you have the clap here. It'll hit there. So for this last part, I actually put an envelope on it. So you come in here, like how you would a lot of hi-hats. That way it cuts off at this point. So you can hear it's a little shorter here, right? So I just think it's just a cool effect to have, and yeah, it's super underrated. I don't know. I just started doing it. I love it. I just do it in every beat. But yeah, that's good as well. So you can try that out if you want. Let me play these drums for you. Simple. Not just kind of like that snare roll just helps it transition to the next part. Yeah, so for the arrangement of the beat, pretty much here you probably noticed there's a little vinyl scratch there, like a tape end there kind of thing. Tape stop. Safe stop. So I used Effectrix for that. I mean, there's some dedicated ones that have the same effect. I would just use Effectrix. It's super simple. So I have it on. I click on vinyl here. I go to 1/4. I think triplet. It doesn't matter though. It depends on the BPM you use, how quickly you want it to. So you can just mess around with this. I have it cutting off right here. So and I have it automated. So yeah, you just go in here on your master, automate, create automation, just lay it out there. You got like a tape stop. So I do that before every hook. Then what this is just it's just parametric EQ. So it pretty much brings the bass in for this. So I have one version of this melody where the bass notes are there, and I got another version where the bass notes aren't there, and that way during the transition the bass still feels like it's there. So there's something going on at the low end, you feel me? Then yeah, just these transitions here, like these transition effects from Cody's one of Cody's kits. Yeah, just that, and I use that at the end of the hook, at the beginning of the bridge. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Little tag going on here. It's simple, man. These beats are simple. So, yeah, I mean, that's it. Let me know if you want to see any more. You know, I'm doing some exciting stuff on this kind of collective thing we're doing. We're going to be doing kits, more tutorials, you feel me? And yeah, just reach out if you need anything. Peace out, guys.